producer at Camouflaj, and I'm here today with...
And I'm Ryan Payton. I'm studio head of Camouflaj and director on Batman Arkham Shadow.
That's right, it's game better than Batman.
First off, we just want to express a huge thanks to the Arkham Videos community for these incredible questions that you've all submitted. It was really difficult for us to choose our 10 favorite questions.
Only 10?
So we thought, why do 10 when you can do
20 questions this time. That's right.
So we're going to go through them. Some of them are a little more robust, and some of them are just rapid fire. So without any kind of further ado, let's get right into it.
All right, let's get to the questions. So, from the Dude 810 on Discord, Ryan, you guys mentioned that you pitched Batman Arkham Shadow to WB Games. Was this particular story always a part of that?
Right, yeah, so to go back in the Wayback Machine to fall of 2020 when we were first engaging with Warner Brothers Interactive and our studio Camouflaj and Meta, we both approached the company and said, hey, look, we really believe that not only a Batman game, a really big and robust Batman game built for the ground up for VR, for Quest, would be an incredible opportunity, but a Batman Arkham game in this franchise that we love so much. What do you think? Let's do something together. And thankfully, they were really very receptive to it. And yes, and to answer the question early on, we can
hop on Discord. I'll still stream, but we can hop on
right?
Discord.
And it gets kind of jumbled towards the end of the Arkhamverse.
Whenever you're ready.
I think so, right? So it seems like there's definitely like a decent patch of timeline that we could kind of fill in, right? Maybe sometime after Origins, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, between Origins and Arkham Asylum, right? So we identified that fairly big gap in time, and we're pretty early in that timeline. Not too far removed from Arkham Origins, where Batman's still fairly unrefined. What would you say?
I'd say that, Batman, at this point in the timeline, he's a lot more passion than compassion.
And I think that's the perfect way to put it, right? We wanted him to go through a journey. We wanted to take him to some dark places. We wanted to grow as a character, and especially because this is a VR game and you become Batman, we wanted players to go through that journey as Batman. So that's what we pitched, and thankfully it's been a really terrific partnership working with Warner Brothers on this game, and DC, obviously.
It's true. Next up, You Done Goof from YouTube asks, from the story trailer, the scope of the game seems pretty ambitious. How do you compare Arkham Shadow to your previous game, Marvel's Iron Man VR?
Well, I kind of want to throw that question back at you, Matt Walker, because you were the producer on
game?
Marvel's Iron Man VR, which we've released recently on Quest 2 back in, November 2020?
That's right. That's right.
That's about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Pepper! Take my hand!
Tony!
Man, this game was hard.
Welcome to your connecting flight.
So what do you think? I mean, in terms of scope and scale of this game, is it around the same? Is it less than Iron Man VR? Is it more than Iron Man VR?
I'd say it's definitely more than Iron Man VR. I think
so.
We've put a lot of effort into really making sure that there's going to be enough content in here that Arkham fans are really going to enjoy, And so, from what I can see, I think for Golden Path, we're looking at something that we're trying as much as possible to be close to Arkham Asylum, right?
Right, exactly. So somewhere between, I think, Iron Man VR and Arkham Asylum, we're going to try to get as close to Arkham Asylum as possible. And as you mentioned, in terms of the scope and scale of the game, very inspired by Asylum in particular, in terms of it's not open world, but it's definitely, the structure of the game is very inspired by still a lot of the freedom afforded by that kind of Metroidvania-inspired design of Asylum, right?
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. All right, rapid fire time. Cool Guy J84 from YouTube. Who are the writers of Arkham Shadow story?
Oh yeah, actually, this is maybe a long answer to a rapid fire question, but here we go. So the initial story concept came from myself and my writing partner for Camouflaj ever since the last 13 years ago, Brendan Murphy. He and I have been collaborating on the story for the last 4 years. But thankfully, we've been able to bring on more writers into the project over time, right? So our colleague here in Japan, Alex O. Smith, who is a legend in the industry, brought just incredible Japanese writing to the English language in a totally different way with Vagrant Story, Final Fantasy XII, and so many other titles. And then more recently, he was at Moon working on Ori and the Will of the Wisps and Wicked. And thankfully, we were able to bring him on full time here at Camouflage Expert and probably early days of Camouflage as well. In fact,
Right, shut up.
We do have.
It's for this game.
Well, the previous games that we've worked on couldn't be more different, right, than Batman Arkham Shadow. But I think when I look back at the work that we did on Iron Man VR, for example, again, that being a VR game, and so much of the power of VR is that the immersiveness of it. You go into the headset, you have the motion controls and the haptics, and you feel like you're that character. And I think we did an excellent job with our previous game on that, where you look down and you don't have just floating hands. You've got the full suit. You've got your legs represented properly. And the same thing is for Arkham Shadow. We've built out all of Batman's suit. You've got your gauntlets. You've got the Batarang slotted into your chest. You can see the utility belt in your legs, which is really powerful, right? When you do a classic Arkham move such as the glide kick, right? Where you're doing the glide kick and you can see your foot, smacking right one of those enemies right in the face. I think that sense of immersion and feeling like you're the main character is something that I think has been carried over from the previous title as well. I don't know, did you have anything that you think as a studio that we're bringing from our previous titles, kind of bringing some of that inspiration or some of that talent into Arkham Shadow?
Oh, absolutely. You can see that. I mean, our main combat designer, Troy, he came up with all the verbs in Iron.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and video downloads.
Iron Man VR, and then he did it again for Arkham Shadow, right?
That's true.
And you're going to see that just all the amazing work that he's done has really paid off, and it feels amazing to play an Arkham game in VR, thanks to, I think, his fantastic work.
That's true.
All right, rapid fire question time again. Cade Popkins 7558 from YouTube. Who's composing the score for Arkham Shadow?
Oh, that would be Kazuma Jinochi, longtime collaborator. Also going back to my days on Metal Gear Solid, we sat pretty close together back in 2006, 2007, working on Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. He also was a main contributor for Metal Gear Solid 4. We were able to actually bring him on board over to the Halo 4 project, and he moved his family out to Seattle. He also contributed to the Republic soundtrack and to Iron Man VR, and now he's lending his talents yet again on Batman Arkham Shadow, and I think the game is sounding amazing. In fact, you get a taste of his talents and what he can do with the Batman universe in the two trailers that we've released thus far.
Next question is from Panu Vandal on YouTube. Is Arkham Shadow going to be point and click like Batman Arkham VR, or will we be able to fully move around as Batman?
Yeah, this is a question we get a lot, and I sometimes have to be reminded that not everybody is as obsessed with VR as we all are at Camouflage, right? In that, well, back in 2016, Batman Arkham VR was revelatory, I think, in a lot of ways. So well done, such an incredible game, and especially for the time as a launch title around the PlayStation VR timeframe in 2016.
Oh my gosh.
Come here.
And as the person brought up, it's more of a point and click. You teleport to different areas. There's not a lot of open freedom to move around as Batman in that game. And that's okay for what was done at that time in the world of VR.
Oh, so he can move around. He's saying it's
Ordinarily,
okay.
I would beg you to take a night's rest, but, well, we have a situation.
Now in 2024, I think it's more of the rule rather than the exception that we have these much larger games where you have full 3D movement wherever you want to go. I think Iron Man VR is an example of that. The Assassin's Creed Nexus game from last year, or Asgard's Wrath 2. That is more of how it functions these days. So these larger experiences, I think, are becoming more and more common.
Bro, stop
and
saying
Arkham
my
Shadow
name,
is no
dude.
different, right? As Batman, right? You could move around as Batman. What are you saying, Matt
You can
Walker?
move around. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? You
nosy.
can walk around. You're gonna be punching people. You're gonna be grappling. You know, there's so much different stuff.
Yeah,
do.
you could walk, slide into vents, go into those floor grates, creep up behind an enemy, take him down.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it's just. It has that same fluid
Collision
feeling
space
as you
is
have as
crazy.
Batman on the flat screen games, but we've translated that again, all due to the incredible talent of our gameplay designers and
can't wait to play
engineers
this game,
to be able to
right?
pull that off.
All right, from Mr. Bricks on Discord. How large will the
Bricks.
open world be compared to other VR games? Will we get the same feeling as when exploring in the normal Arkham games?
Right, so back when we pitched Arkham Shadow to Warner Brothers in 2020, we were very upfront that we're not going to build a big, expansive open world like Arkham Knight or even Arkham City. For our first take on the Arkham franchise, a franchise that we love and respect so much, we actually proposed that we take a more of an Arkham Asylum approach, where we love the openness afforded by that game, but it does have a smaller play space that still affords a lot of freedom, where just like that game, we have a big open courtyard area where we have the different dungeons that are interconnected that allows players to go into those dungeons.
Okay, but
you go
like-
unlock a gadget, you can complete the dungeon with
Yeah, I'll
that
have to watch
gadget,
this
or
in
you can go
2
back to a
speed.
previous dungeon, go unlock additional secrets. So we love that gameplay loop of Arkham Asylum, and that was the core inspiration for Arkham Shadow.
Absolutely, and I think it plays really well in VR too.
Wait. These are concept arts?
the core inspiration for Arkham Shadow.
Absolutely, and I think it plays really well in VR too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it feels open for a VR game, I think.
Yeah,
I
right,
think that's fair to say, right?
All right, from Matthew J. Falk on Instagram. Otis Flanagan is traditionally called Ratcatcher in the comics and referenced in previous Arkham games, but according to the trailers, it's alluded his moniker is Rat King. Could you provide some context as to why that is without spoiling?
Yeah, without spoiling. So I think, yeah, just to make it really, really clear, Rat King and Ratcatcher are different entities.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So if anything, Ratcatcher is a devout follower of the Rat King, who the Rat King is our big villain in the game, very mysterious, and I think it makes sense why people have questions because they've never seen who the Rat King is. He doesn't have any kind of history, not only in the Arkhamverse, but also in the DC Comics universe, right? Brand new character that we developed with Warner Brothers Interactive and DC. And yeah, so we actually started first developing that villain, and then we thought, hey, if we've got the Rat King, and you've got Ratcatcher, who's been teased so many times in the previous Arkham games, let's have him become a character in our world, and finally for players to see him in full 3D as a really developed character in the game. I'll also say that we were inspired by the Arkham Origins comic book, the prequel comic book, in which it does feature Ratcatcher, and I was inspired by his character about somebody who's so devoutly following Black Mask, not knowing that obviously, as you find out later in the game, that it wasn't actually Black Mask, it was actually Joker. And so I really wanted to explore this character that put his faith into somebody who actually wasn't who we thought they were, and what does that mean for this character who's maybe willing to do that one more time with the Rat King.
All right, rapid fire time again from @Hondro on Instagram. Does the story take place all in one day or over several
so
days?
he's gonna go after Ratcatcher
Several
instead of
days.
Rat King. That's fire.
All right, from Gotham Paladin on Discord. How faithful will Arkham Shadow be continuity-wise? Are you making sure this game's canon doesn't affect pre-existing lore?
Well, first of all, shout outs to Gotham Paladin, great channel. We've learned a lot from him, as obviously the Arkham Videos channel and so many other really great contributors to, I think, just the Arkham community. So, first of all, yeah, big thanks to Gotham Paladin. And yeah, I know that continuity is very important to him, and it's very important to us too. You've been in countless meetings, right? Where we're talking about how can we make sure that we're respecting the existing Arkham games and the comics to an extent. I think we've been pretty consistent that wherever there was some sort of inconsistencies, we would always lean into the games more. We want to try to protect the lore and the continuity of the games more than the comic books. But as I just mentioned, I think we're taking inspiration from the comic books as well. In fact, you were in a meeting, I think, even earlier this year, where
See, and then he starts yapping.
You know, that, in fact, you've actually set it up as one of the pillars for the game.
That's correct.
Authentic Arkham.
Authentic Arkham.
It's literally one of the things that we're constantly saying to ourselves on the dev team, because we think it's so important that we are referencing everything we possibly can and making
High five.
sure
Ready,
that
ready, ready?
we are not breaking canon anywhere, right?
Right. Yeah, it's not just the canon, but it's also the game and understanding the game. In fact, it was a requirement for all full-time employees at Camouflage last year to play through all of the Arkham games, right? And to contribute to discussions about what we liked about the games, what we didn't like about the games, how we wanted to, how we were inspired, and the elements we wanted to bring into Arkham Shadow. Yeah, we take this very, very seriously, don't we?
I think we do. All right, from Kureshi Farazuk on Instagram. What was the process like working with returning voice actors such as Roger Craig Smith, and how did their performances influence the development and direction of Arkham Shadow?
Well, I have to say that working with Roger has been a big inspiration for us. We knew early
Roger,
on we wanted to
back
work
on
with
this-
Roger, given the fact that our game is set pretty early in the Arkhamverse, very early in Batman's career as Batman. And I didn't know what to expect. I never worked with him before, but since the very first phone call, such an amazing collaborator, really cares about the character, always knows his lines, is super scary and intense when he's on, when the cameras are rolling, when at the PCAP stage or at the voiceover booth.
There's a new darkness overtaking Gotham, driving the city mad.
And then when everything is off and it's just kind of chill time, it's like the funniest guy. So that helps a lot because this has been a very intense development, and we're just so lucky to work with Roger and a lot of the other returning cast members who we're not talking about just yet. But I think we have more returning cast members than we have new cast members to the game, which we're excited to reveal over time.
I think so. And, you know, frankly, I'm disappointed that I can't mention it.
What? Your surprised face looks like XX. All right.
more about who else is in the game
know,
now,
yeah.
just because, to the question, we've had a couple voice actors that I think have really influenced, what we were going for in the game, and that's all I can say
We
right now.
got
That's right.
returning
Oh, it's so
people,
cool.
bro.
All
What
right,
if we got
rapid
Mark
fire time.
Hamill?
At Truman Harwood 8755 on
not
YouTube.
doing Mark
Will there
Hamill.
be other voice actors returning besides Roger Craig Smith?
He just said
Yes.
that.
Rapid fire at Brandon Ryan 8177 on YouTube. Will we still have the classic game overs and character trophies?
Yes and yes.
Rapid fire at Robin the Robber 127 on YouTube. How about character bios?
Yes.
Oh my!
Mikowski on Facebook. Will there be a day
Alright, let me chill. My fault. That's me. If I'm being too loud, I'm sorry.
night cycle?
No, unfortunately not.
Wait, what?
Mikowski on Facebook. Will there be a day/night cycle?
No, unfortunately not.
No, I'm good.
Rapid
no.
fire at Barfuss558 on YouTube. Is there a skill tree and progression system?
Absolutely.
At ComicFan1324 on YouTube asks, are there plans for Arkham Shadow to eventually be ported to other VR systems?
Oh, this is the tough question,
Please
right?
do.
This is the question I think makes a lot of sense in terms of people really wanted the game on other platforms, and we actually look at that as just like the ultimate compliment, right? But when it comes to what our charter is, the reason why we have the privilege to work on this game is because we are now a first-party studio within Meta, within Oculus Studios, and we think of ourselves very similar to other first-party development studios out there, whether it's for PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo, right? And that our job is to make the best first-party title that makes you want to buy the hardware associated with it. So
you're
it's
gonna
very
make me
much
buy a Quest 3.
exclusive for Meta Quest 3. And one of the reasons why we're so excited about and so proud to be working on this game is because
What did you say? A kill system? Bro, come on.
we know that if we
Lock
do our
in,
jobs
dude.
right and we make an incredible
gotta be-
game that
you gotta be
everybody
kidding me.
wants a Meta Quest 3 for, we know that they're not going to just play the game from start to finish, fall in love with it, and be done with the hardware. There's just so much good content now on the Quest platform that people can enjoy. Just dozens and dozens of games that we can just rattle off. And then also for this year, so many good games coming up on the horizon, whether it's Metro Awakening, or whether it's Alien Rogue Incursion, or whether it's Skydance Behemoth, or Hitman 3's coming to VR, and that's all the stuff that's already announced yet. So yes, very much
that looks
Batman Arkham Shadow is a Quest 3 exclusive. But yeah, it's our jobs to make it so that's a very easy purchase decision for people when the game comes out this fall.
Exactly.
And when it comes out fall, it comes out fall. Let's go.
Twitter, are
I'm
there
buying-
any
I'm buying
Easter
the
eggs we all
Quest 3.
missed from the recently released story trailer?
Who's this guy? How'd they let this guy in?
I don't know, man. It's a rapid fire question. Just you don't have time to think about it. Just go.
That's true. So I
look
obviously
at him
see
like
this
that.
question because Arkham Videos, bless his heart, hasn't found all of the Easter eggs in our most recent story trailer. But I have to say that there are some other videos on YouTube that have found some Easter eggs that not everybody has, other channels have found just
Okay.
yet. So, and some of them I think will hint at what's to come in terms of additional villains who might be in the game and some other aspects. So
that?
there's still more digging to be done.
I gotta watch that. I gotta watch the
We're
other
gonna get our
Batmans.
sleuths on there while we can.
People have to become the world's greatest detective. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, oh, that would have been good. Oh, man, I love it. Rapid fire, Don's on Discord. What was the biggest obstacle the team had to overcome and turn into an opportunity?
Combat. Obviously the biggest challenge, right? The scariest thing. The reason why when I first got the phone call, do you want to do a Batman Arkham game for VR? You want to go pitch that to Warner Brothers? I wasn't sure I wanted to do it because I didn't think that we could perhaps respect the franchise by doing it right. I didn't know if it was possible to do it in VR. And now, given all the terrific work that the team has done, I'd look at that as what went from a crisis to an opportunity to now
Dude.
arguably the
Oh, just a mad. Yo, I'm about to put my You just hear the noise. Boom! Oh, I can't wait to play
best
this
thing about the game. The game that the element that carries the game from start to finish, wouldn't you say?
Oh man, absolutely. You know, I mean, frankly, again, I have to imagine that this is something that we're going to be showing in our game trailer coming up here soon.
Right.
And I don't want to give away any details or spoil that, but I'll just say we have a game designer named Ryan Darcy who came up with basically the seed for what would become the key component to making this
Do you
combat
remember what the
work.
quote was?
Oh, I absolutely remember it. I just don't want to spoil it. is
Well,
the
how about
thing.
this? I'll play Ryan Payton and you play Ryan Darcy. It's gonna be tough though, because I don't know if you're as cool as him.
He's so cool.
He's
man.
very
I
cool.
don't think- I can't-
So we'll go back to 2020.
Okay.
Ryan, I'm Ryan Payton, right? So, right, Ryan Darcy, I love Batman. I want to do an Arkham game, but there's no way you can translate the free flow, rhythm-based combat from Arkham Asylum, City, Origin.
Who was the first firstest DC character you liked before Batman? Batman? I mean, when I was a little boy, the first ever superhero movie I watched was Spider-Man and then Batman, The Dark Knight. So, DC character that I liked before Batman. I don't even know. I don't know. It's always been Batman. So if we could take out Batman, it's either Superman or Joker. Superman or Joker.
And Night into VR because
but that's not the first, because Batman's always been first. So
you're just gonna walk up to an enemy and punch at him?
No, Ryan Payton, you got it all wrong. Batman doesn't walk across a room; he punches across the room.
And then you just sprinkle on some rhythm-based.
Oh my gosh! Yo, look how they got this. You hit 1, 2, 2. You probably counter a block.
Beat Saber and time dilation inspirations from Superhot VR. And you've got the combat suite that he and the team have been just building over the last 4 years. It's incredible.
Oh, absolutely, man. God, I can't wait. I can't
Yo,
wait.
I can't wait.
It. I can't wait. So
I
excited.
can't wait either.
All right, from art_LowFaceOn2 on Instagram. Both trailers of Arkham Shadow look so cool. When will you release a gameplay trailer?
Oh, perfect timing. So, yeah, so what we're doing right now as a team is obviously we're focused on finishing development work on Batman Arkham Shadow, but also preparing our gameplay trailer reveal, which is going to be shown at Gamescom in the 3rd week of August. We just couldn't be more excited to see the public's reaction to it. We know we've teased it for a while now, but now it's time for us to kind of put up or shut up, right? Here's what how the game plays. Here's a lot of the features, and here's how the game looks. That really utilizes the power of the Meta Quest 3, because we know we've only talked about it up until now. So now it's time to show it, and we just can't wait to see what people think about it.
All right, well, that's it. That's all the questions that we have for today. Is there anything else that you want to say before we go?
Just wanted to, again, thank the Arkham Videos community for these terrific questions, and also to Arkham Videos for hosting this really fun video that we can do together. And lastly, a huge thanks to our colleagues here at Meta in the Tokyo office, allowing us to borrow their beautiful set. You notice the amazing Batman lighting that they did. It's a great privilege. So again, thanks to everybody, and Matt Walker, we have some work to do now.
We got some work to do. We got to get back to the office.
That's true.
Oh, and the music sounds fire. Oh, I can't wait for this game, bro. I can't wait for this game. No cap. Y'all gotta tell y'all something, bro. Like, let me just show y'all okay, so my recent video, right? I was about to post, so y'all see this video, right? Do this. When has he done? We have 37 comments, and I'm going to be reviewing all of them real quick, because I got to talk about this, right? Okay? One thing I do want to talk about, okay, so first one right here, as y'all can see. I don't know if y'all can barely see, but it says, casual moviegoers are gonna laugh at the red trunks, you will see. Dude. And then this guy comes along and saves this. He says, as long as the hardcore fans are happy with David Cornstalk Superman, nobody cares about the casual fans. Like blood. see, now that I haven't just woke up and I'm angry, and I'm reading comments and I'm angry, I'm calmer now. So I can just say, no one cares about casual moviegoers, buddy. If it wasn't for us DC fans, if it wasn't for us comic book fans, bro, none of this would be here, right? We don't care about casual moviegoers. They can go watch, Oppenheimer? What is out that's not superhero related? I don't know, Godzilla. Go watch, what is it? Inside Out 2. Go watch that if you want to be a casual moviegoer, right? I mean, bro, obviously, if you don't know who Superman is, and you don't know that he has red trunks, then that's your problem, okay? That's just your problem. What else do we have? This guy's going crazy. He keeps coming back and just saying random stuff like, bro. Okay, so then we have this loser right here. His name's Gerald. I genuinely have hate for this guy. He says, there's no way you think that, bro. Now, let me explain. I was like, question mark. He said, this suit is trash. Even the blankets see that. Blood. Like, bro, he's not a real comic book superhero fan. Obviously. And let me tell y'all, let me prove out why, right? He says, I follow comics back to back. But I want a realistic take. That's what I want. And that's a problem, right? Because we don't care about none of this realistic stuff, right? And okay, let's see what he says. He says, what's the problem with having a realistic take on Superman? You want me to believe that his mother made that suit in a farm in Kansas? How can he fly to the sun with the suit? How does he survive nuclear bombs? Those trunks are weird looking. And you want everyone to just... Blood. This guy sounds like an absolute dummy, okay? Let me tell you something, little bruh. Since you want, like... I don't know if y'all don't know. But this guy right here is what I think of Superman. I don't know about y'all, but when I think of Superman, I think of this guy right here, bro. This is who I think of. This is... Alright, let me find a better quality. This right here is Superman, bro. Oh, y'all can't even see. My fault. Hold on. This dude right here is literally Superman. This is what I see when I think of Superman, okay? Let me find a better picture. Let me actually click on the picture, matter of fact. Since this guy wants to sit and argue with me, talking about... Yeah, like, bro. If y'all ever watched this, like, this series, then you would know. This is Superman, bro. This is literally Superman. No cap. Let me open this image in a new tab real quick. How do I do this? Like, this is literally Superman, gang. This is Superman. Okay? And I don't know if you know. Yes, that's the goal. Once the goal for this channel is to grow so much that I have a bunch of Batman fans and a bunch of, but basically I want all of my community just be a bunch of DC and superhero fans, right? And so that I can get a cast from my fans. I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna put y'all and make a superhero Batman fan film so that it will be good enough to put on a big screen. So yeah, I'm gonna have my own Batman movie, and y'all are gonna be part of it. Hopefully that's the goal with this channel. But let me get to the suit real quick. Where's the pictures? Okay. See, now this, let me tell y'all, bro. Okay. This right here screams this. Okay. This screams this. This is super. Okay, I don't know why his thing right there is black. I don't know why it's black. But that's just how the animation looks. That's why. That's how the animation looks. It's black because that's how it looks. But this right here just screams this Superman. That's what I want. I want an animated series type of Superman, you know? Sorry. So you have weirdos like this who just want a nuclear, it's a nuclear, who just want a realistic Superman, right? Okay? I said, who said anything about him going to the sun, right? Why would he go to the sun in this movie? For what? Okay? There's no reason for him to go in the sun. And if there is a nuclear bomb, what would your reaction be if DC sent you an email to play Batman for a movie? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think I would get played for like a regular Batman. Like, I think I would get played for like a Batman Beyond. That's the closest thing I think I would get to being a Batman. Y'all think I would play a good Batman Beyond? Y'all think I would play a good Batman Beyond? I think that's the closest thing I have to being a Batman is Batman Beyond. Like, look at my face. Ready? I'm gonna put my face on there. Wait, ready? Oh shoot. Let me get my camera. Put my face on there. God, do I look like a good Batman? No, I'm chilling. Chill. But no, I think Batman Beyond is the closest thing I would be to having Batman. Anyways, let me get back to this stupid thing. So yeah. So I told him, like, Superman is not going to go to the sun, obviously. But if a nuclear bomb was to happen, the suit would get damaged. And he would probably going to have to find a new one, right? And so he says, transform into Batman cosplay. Right now, I have the suit right now. I have 3 suits. Which one do y'all want to see me wear, okay? I got the Batman Beyond suit. I have, y'all already seen this one. I have this Batman suit. And then I have I have 3 suits. Which one should I put on? Which one? Which one I want me to put on? Right now? Which one? Batman Beyond? The Batman? Or Taz Batman? But, so, like, yeah. I'm sitting there arguing with this weirdo. Like, bro. Like, dude. It's what I be talking about. Any Batman suit you want? Any? Yo, bro, calm down, bro. You're lazy now. Oh, okay, let me get to this last thing, okay? So this dude sits here and tells me that Robert Pattinson is the weakest Batman. Obviously, he's the weakest Batman. He's only been Batman. Hold on. I said... Oh, I didn't see this. Batman Beyond? Alright, bet. He said... Okay, so he said... I said, he's only been Batman for 2 years. This man said, true. But he's over-reliant on his armor. He can't fight all that as well compared to Ben Affleck. Oh my gosh. Like, bro, do you hear yourself, you actual dummy, bro? You sound stupid. Even this guy thinks you sound... He said, okay, give Pattinson Batman one more time to develop. He's more experienced fighting. More experienced than you can compare to. That's what I'm freaking saying. He's comparing a almost 40-year-old Batman to like a 27, 25-year-old Batman. Like, you sound stupid. You're making yourself sound dumb. What are you talking about, bro? Like, bro, like, if you're a subscriber, get off my channel if you're really talking like this, bro. He was just now talking about a realistic Batman. So a Batman that looks like this is not realistic enough? Like, what? He can't fight? He can't fight. Yeah. Alright, let me go put this. Wait. Batman into Batman. Yo, you're corny. I'm finna go put the suit on, okay? How can I? Oh, let me let y'all watch my little video real quick while I go put this on, okay? This. He had it. He had it. We put the suit on. He stands like this. How does he stand? He stands regular when he flies. He's like this. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we haven't got a colorful version of any of these characters, right? We always keep getting these dark characters. Like Wolverine is finally getting light, and it doesn't even look bad. People are saying it was gonna look goofy. It doesn't look bad. Like, bro, like, I'm not trying to glaze, but I'm just saying, like, his movie, it was not mid, but it was mid. Like, I don't know. This is still my Superman, 100%. Bro, what do y'all not like about this suit? Like, a lot of people saying it doesn't look good on him. Obviously, they haven't made the production yet. Like, people were saying about the Wolverine suit. He doesn't have sleeves, man. It would have been awesome if he had the sleeves. He doesn't have the mask. Dude, the trailer released. He had the sleeves off. They did it in CGI. So how you think it's gonna look in the movie? And I even heard rumors they're gonna put the mask on him in CGI. Dude, what if they're gonna do that with the suit? Anything's possible with CGI. What if they tighten the suit or whatever, fit the way the suit looks? He's wearing the suit. It's not like he's Tom Holland in a Spider-Man suit wearing a whole gray outfit that has like a bunch of dots on it so they can edit it later. Nah, he's wearing the suit. Y'all can see him wearing the suit. It really makes me a little sad how y'all are already hating on this. It's gonna be funny because I'm gonna be the one that's supporting him this time. Because last time I wasn't supporting Robert Pattinson. Now I'm like, that's like my favorite Batman ever. And like that Batman literally turned half of the generation into the Batman fans. Like seriously, it's gonna be like a real. Should I put the mask on? I can just feel the vibes. It's really, yeah. Hold on, what y'all think? He looks like Superman, like more than this guy. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, he just looks. Wait, okay, no mask. I'm saying, should I put the mask on? I think I should put the mask on. What you think? Yes. All right. We about to hop on some Batman Arkham. You ready to play some Batman Arkham, y'all? All right. Shut up, bro. I'm turning on the mask. Golly, boy. I gotta find my freaking. Where's it at? I don't even know. I don't even know where I played. Oh, it's right here. get ready with me, y'all. About to get ready. So, yo, this suit stinks, like, bro. I'm not even trolling. You know why this suit stinks? Is because I was fighting crime in Gotham, bro. This junk actually smells terrible. I'm not even trolling. All right. Y'all don't know what this is, do you? This is that Batman secret weapon. Do you ever become as big as Corey Kenshin? No, I don't actually. Well, I think I'll be as big as how many ever Batman fans or whatever type of... How many ever Batman fans there are in this world, that's how many I think I'll have. I don't know, bro. Is Batman fans better? I don't... I can't tell. I mean... Shoot. Alright, I'm about to put the mask on. Y'all ready? Y'all not ready for this mask on.
I didn't put enough eye black, did I? Nope, I didn't. I didn't even put enough eye black. Y'all can still see my eyes, can't y'all? Yep, y'all can still see my eyes. I didn't put enough eye black. All right, let me see if I put these headphones on real quick. Yeah. Oh shoot. Hey, is my voice good? Y'all like my voice? Is it deep? Is my voice deep? Let's talk about some Batman real quick. Dude, what the freak is wrong with me? I feel like this doesn't. Does this need to be on? Yeah, this probably needs to be on. Yes, sir. Batman at home, y'all. Yeah, bro, why is it glitching like this, bro? I don't like that. I look stupid. I should probably turn it off. Y'all think I should turn the green screen off? Nah, I probably never turn it off. I probably just gotta turn it like this. There we go. Now I look high quality. I already beat this game 100%. I just yeah. Hey, y'all check out my mods real quick, okay? Let's check out my mods real quick. So we got. Hold on. Can y'all hear me right? Do I sound good? Do I sound right, y'all? Hold on, Alright, so we got all these mods real quick. Look at all these mods. I got a bunch of mods. Alright, let me put on my Batman suit real quick. My own. Bro! My ears messing up and everything, bro. All right, so here's my suit. I'm gonna get this game in. All right. Which Batman car? Let me get the 2021 car. All right. Golly, boy. I gotta fix this mask. I gotta cut holes in it or something. It's hard to play with. I mean, just look through it. I'm just have to look like this. Dog! Like, look at my suit. Why is it lagging? So you just made me put this Batman suit on for no reason, bro. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you, bro. Okay. Yo, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you. Yo, bro, what the freak do I do, dude? You just messed up me. I gotta get dark real quick. Hold on, I'll be back. Dude, like, look at me. Y'all look stupid. Why are you saying no please for? I might have to take my background off. Cause look how I look, dude. Nah, bro, hold on. Let me take my green screen off real quick. Just real quick. I have to sit like this. Bro, y'all make me angry. Don't hurt me. You monkey. Okay, that's great. Look, guys, it's me. Oh, shoot. I'm lagging a little bit. I'm gonna play this for a little bit, and then I gotta talk to my boy Steven after this. We're gonna go after... Should I go after Man-Bat? Let's go after Man-Bat.
That tortured creature was once a man. Dr. Kirk Langstrom. There must be a cause for this transformation. His lab might hold the answer.
Indeed it will. Oh! Who's he talking? He's not talking to me. Can't be talking to me. I'm lagging a little bit. I'm lagging? Bro, I'm lagging, say for real. Say on God I'm lagging. No way I'm lagging. I'm lagging? Oh, nah, I'm lagging. Hold on. I gotta get off this game. It's the game. It's the game. Hold on. Let me check. Let me review real quick. Am I actually lagging, bro? That's crazy. All right. All right, y'all. Hold on. I gotta do something real quick. I gotta call my boy Steven real quick. And you gotta go anyway, so. I don't know how to do that yet. I probably gotta end my stream for that kind of stuff. Low key.
Yo.
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 Hello?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Bro, my next video is gonna be on the Switch. I'm probably gonna play some Mario or something.
Hold on, give me a second. Stupid. All right. You said you're about to play some Nintendo Switch?
Yes, bro. I'm probably gonna play some Mario or something. Play something.
Oh, is it because of that capture card you got?
Yeah.
All right. Can you turn on your camera right now? Because we got to talk about this video you made.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and connect my camera. Now let me tell you right now, I put no effort in that video, bro.
Oh, that's why.
Like I was not feeling myself, bro. I put no effort into that video.
It's not just.
Trying.
I'm just trying to like. I want like because I wanted to like say something specifically about the video though. Because like I know like you don't be knowing how to like edit sometimes, so I'm just trying to give you a tip on that part. Dang, what the freak is wrong with my quality? It's alright.
What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm just waiting for you. Alright.
You see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the quality good or no?
Is the quality good or no?
Trash.
Wait, is you talking about the
I can see the pixels.
huh?
I can see the pixels.
Damn. It says it has better quality. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. What does it look like when you share
Bro,
yours?
I finally figured out how to. I don't know. Let's see.
What'd you say?
I said I don't know. Let's see.
No, I'm saying like, what were you gonna say before that?
I forgot.
What was Blood watching? What was Blood watching? Dashy gets emotional.
This podcast this podcast with Dashy in it.
You love you some Dashy.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Alright, I'll find your channel real quick. Dang, bro, what type of Google you got?
Opera GX.
Alright, which one's the one that's like okay, out of those 3 new ones, which one's your best one that you made? Or did you not try on all of them?
My favorite? I didn't try on all of them. My favorite one's probably this one.
What about the first 2?
This?
Like, which one's the best one out of those 2?
They're both pretty trash, so I don't know.
Right. So like you really just like you knew they was just like not gonna be good.
Yeah, I really didn't care.
That's a
I was
problem.
like, fucking, I was like, post something.
Okay. All I would say is just like you can keep doing that, but all I would say is like don't post videos that aren't good quality just to post videos. That's like I heard that somewhere. I forgot where I heard that, but like don't post videos just to post them. That's what I would say. Because you can see it's not really working that well.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're just taking you're taking advice from a guy in a Batman suit. So I don't know how you feel about that. Also, when are you gonna play the Escape the Aoki game? I think that would be some good content.
No way, bro. I'm not playing that by myself.
You gonna have to, I mean, hold on. Is it 2-player? Let's find out right now.
I love me some scary games, but I don't even have it, so.
I know how to find it. I want to play the OG one though. I don't like the new one. What is this? Is this your thumbnail?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, hold on. That's kind of good. What's up, bro? It's kind of a good thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie. I like that quality. So what's that gonna go on next?
I'm not sure yet. Probably another horror game. That I was trying to figure out how to, cause you know how it looks like, you know how poised and them thumbnails look almost like AI'd a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, how to make mine look like that, and I finally figured out how to do it.
You gonna do it?
Yes.
I think you gotta try thumbnails. Like, you should like try a bunch of thumbnails to see if which ones will click it. But I think you gotta play that Wookiee game, bro. I think that would be some funny stuff.
Where do you even like Steam?
Yeah, I saw it on Steam. You can also go to the website, Deadly Crows or whatever it's called.
How do you even spell it? Whoa.
No, it's AYU, and then I think WOK. All right, what y'all want to do for the stream, y'all? What y'all want to do?
Escape the Ayawoki.
Yeah, or you can just put escape.
Oh, what is this?
See, I'm telling you, right? I don't know how to get the OG one.
Like, what is it? I'm not about to pay $7 for this game. I just bought a whole bunch of games. Hold on. I just spent my last $7 on a whole bunch of games. Let me check. I bought Clap Clap was free. I bought The Ghost Train, Night Delivery. I got Supermarket Simulator for free. The Convenience Store. Yeah, I think I bought The Convenience Store, The Ghost Train, and Night Delivery.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I have an idea. I think you don't have to send me your best one, but whatever game that you play next, you gotta let me edit one of your videos, just one, and see how you like it.
Edit one of my videos.
Yes, just let me edit. I don't ask for no money. Just let me edit one of your videos. A scary game.
Okay, I've been low key looking on I've been looking up how to find an editor for real. Because I was really thinking about it. Like, imagine how many videos I could make if I had an editor. Like, most definitely, whenever I blow up, I'm definitely getting an editor, bro. And you know what squad I'm about to try to be part of? I'm about to try to be part of that Easy Gang squad.
You know,
Yes,
you just want to be on the podcast.
My life on my DM.
Blood wants to be on the podcast.
Bro said podcast. What are you talking about?
Don't they do the podcast with Berleezy and
Berleezy be making a podcast.
Yeah, you want to be on that podcast and the other stuff.
Yes, bro. Like, that's so lit. Like, I can associate with Corey Kenshin. I can associate with Berleezy. I can associate with Rico the Giants. I can associate, like, come on, man. All these people.
They've been friends for a while, though. How you going? You got to associate yourself with one of them.
They've been friends with, like, in school.
Yeah. So if you walk up to them, let me join your guys' Easy Gang.
Now, first I'm gonna be like, can we do a little bit of collab video? And if that goes well, then I'll ask, like, yo, can I be part of the squad? You feel me? Like,
hey,
I feel like
I
could bring some good content to y'all.
What
they
if they
say no,
down?
I'm like, please give me a chance. Give me one chance. I'm finna beg.
Blood's gonna be
Like,
on his
I don't
knees kissing
care.
Berleezy's toe.
Like, I am going to beg. And be like, please give me a chance. I'll show you what I'll pay a $5,000 fee.
That is not enough for them. They make more money than that.
I know. I gotta wait till I hit at least. I gotta wait till I hit at least close to $1 million though.
Bro, I gotta show you this dude. He said that you're famous.
Who?
Some dude on TikTok. He's like an editor for us. Like, I think.
Bro's lying.
Like, I swear, bro. It's like
He made a famous edit of me.
no, like it's When you remember when you made that video on Poise, commented on it.
Yeah.
Look at this dude. Hold on. What the frick? Bro. Look what he said, bro. Wait, can you even see it? You probably can't see it.
You might have to send me a screenshot.
No, it focused. Now can you see?
I can't see the blue message. I can barely read the.
Alright, I'm gonna send you a screenshot. Blood talking crazy. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna ask Steven to collab with me and use him to get famous." I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Wait, let me sit here. Wait, like, cause he was making me angry. He was like, "Steven's famous." I was like, "Bro, shut up!" Like he kept texting me. I'm about to take this suit off. It's musty. I really see it.
Shut the F up. No, he's not. Not yet, at least. He's got some more work to do. Wow, this is how you treat your fans? You know what? I'm gonna ask him to collab with me and use him to get famous. Bro, what?
Vlad, you better watch out for the fakers.
Crazy. Wild.
Are they trying to use you already, Steven? How you feel about that? Your fans are already trying to use you.
It's not gonna happen, so I don't really care for it.
So if one of your fans just asked you for a collab, what would you say?
I won't even be responding to them, bro. If I'm famous, I'm not gonna respond to random people.
But what if? But see, that's how. But that's how the mindset of all YouTubers are. So like, but what if it's really a true fan though that really wants to collab, but you think it's a bad person?
I don't know. I wouldn't know that because I wouldn't be responding.
Exactly. That's what I had to think about one time.
I don't think they better do what I'm doing. I'm trying to work my way up to be able to collab.
True.
So it looks like they better do what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, look, blood, sweat, and tears into this, bro. Obviously not the 2 videos, but I've been like trying to figure out ways.
I gotta get that 5,000 subs to collab with Night X Kenshin. That's probably what we gonna have to do.
Who said anything about Night Extension?
Blood forgot about Night X. You don't like it no more?
I didn't say that. I didn't say all that now, but I'm not.
No,
I don't want to.
don't
I don't want to.
Bro, you know how many, bro? After subscribing to Night X Kenshin, I've been seeing so many Corey Kenshin clones, bro. It's crazy. It's like a bunch of.
Every time I see a Corey Kenshin clone, bro, I block it. I say, do not show me this. Do not recommend this channel again.
It's like they all act like they could just take over Spooky Scary Sunday that fast. Taking over Spooky Scary Sunday for Corey.
Make up your own thing, bud. Like, for instance, my thing's gonna be Throwback Thursday. I'm gonna be playing some old horror games that I gotta try to catch up on. That every other legend has played.
Like Escape the Alwoki?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. Nah, I can't wait for you to play that. 100%. That's gonna be funny.
And cause I don't want my channel to just be horror games. So I'm obviously gonna be playing other games. I'm probably gonna play simulators. What was it called? Some Nintendo Mario games. Like, that's probably what this next video is gonna be.
The Nintendo thing?
And I'm not editing that.
Bro, what's wrong with my camera? No.
Like, cause you know how long that video is gonna be? I'm not editing that, bro.
With the Nintendo thing?
Yes, bro, I'm not editing that. You know how long that video is gonna be?
Ooh, I would say I would edit it, but like, nah, you got it. You got it.
That's gonna be a good 3-hour, bro.
Golly,
that's gonna be a straight 3-hour gameplay. Like, that's why, like, Dash, he can do it on live because he already has everything. Like,
yeah, you gonna have to handle that. Okay, how about this? You just send me horror games. Whatever you got for horror games, and like maybe some funny games, you can send that to me. But you can have the Nintendo Switch stuff. That's you. Like, I'll low-key be a W editor for anybody. Or
And
you
I
just not
gotta-
doing it?
And I figured out a few editing tricks too. I was messing around with it, and I figured out a few of them. It's gonna take so long though, bro.
Oh, my
That's
fault,
why I
Shy.
tried playing. That's why I played those 2 short games, like that Missing Hiker and that other one. Cause like them long games are gonna be such a pain to edit, bro.
A voice changer on. I had a voice changer on, y'all.
Hey, who said this gonna be easy?
Yep. You gonna need to lock in. Now, I ain't gonna lie though. I was like, when I saw those videos, I was like, dang, he uploaded mad fast. I watched all of them all fully. I just was like the only thing I had a problem with was just like some of the spaces in the video had to be cut. Like your intro after you said that Steven at distance and stuff like that. Like when the game was starting, it needs to split. I feel like when you're like in the way of the title, I think it needs to split right there and get to like the very start of the game where you're starting to walk.
So like not read it.
No, like I say like, cause like I don't think it should be the start. Like they don't need to like. I don't know how to explain it, but I wouldn't watch a video that's like you already starting to read it. Okay, hold on. But like I feel like it needs to start off with the gameplay, like as quickly as possible. That's what I think though. Cause when you like, especially when you start reading stuff, it takes a long time.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Either that or they're gonna skip. Like skip it a little bit. That's what I did. I skipped it a little bit.
Bro, my new chair comes tomorrow.
Blood's gonna be locked in. I'm not gonna lie, your new camera thing looks professional now. Like it actually looks professional.
No, bro, I don't like it.
You don't?
Or at least the lighting. At least the
Yeah,
lighting.
the lighting could be better.
I'm about to get the Elgato one.
Yeah, you just need a
Where you
lighting
like,
base.
where you just like fling it up. You can like, it's like on the ground and you just pull it up. It's not like this material.
Oh, you're talking about a green
There's
screen
no
or
wrinkles
light?
or anything. Green screen.
Oh, the one that I show speed has.
They got the Elgato green screen.
See, mine, I just put some clips on it to have it like straight a little bit.
I got the same exact clips, but like, because it came with it.
What is that inside of it?
A candy.
What? You
I
be
clipped
so
the candy.
bored.
For real, bro. Like, be so like, I either sleep all day or I look up how to figure out a few things, or I'll try to film a quick video. One of those.
Man, I would just say, which I know how you feel, so I'm not gonna say like you should just make videos in your spare time, because I don't even feel like making videos in my spare time sometimes.
Like, bro, I do not. No, it's not necessarily the video. It's just the editing for me. Like on Gosh, bro. I don't mind. Like, I'll make video after video after video. I just gotta figure out ways to be more entertaining and funny
You need a good editor, and I got you.
during
That's
the
why
video. And then if I get an editor, whenever I get an editor, like that will edit the long videos.
Not me.
Then I'll be doing it 24/7, bro.
You gotta
Over.
get famous.
Like, I wonder if Ashley has an editor. I really wonder if he edits his own videos or if he has an editor. I don't even think he edits at all.
Corey doesn't have an editor.
I know Corey edits his own videos.
That's probably why he took a break.
For real, that 1 year break, bro. He probably makes like 3 videos, and it takes him about 1 year to get them nice and edit it really nice.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, and I even DM'd Berlizzi's editor, bro.
You did?
I
How did you
DM'd
even find
Berlizzi's
bro?
editor on. Huh?
How did you even find bro? You creep?
Bro, alright, bro said I'm a creep. It's in the end of the video. He puts it says editor, and then it says the name.
Oh.
And so I looked at Instagram and I seen him, and I just DM'd him. And now I'm just waiting for that response.
You probably gonna get that when you get at least 100K on YouTube.
I gotta get more followers on Instagram, bro. Once I get the followers on Instagram and I get the subs and the views, Bro, I'm locked in. Like, I'm literally ready to go. Like, I can DM whoever I want.
I think.
Yo, Corey Henson, trying to make that collab video? Oh, yeah, bro. All right,
I see you in 9 months.
Nah,
Blood's
because,
never
like,
gonna get back to you.
if I'm being for real, we kind of are the future, bro. We gotta hurry up because we are the future. If they're getting older, they're gonna end up retiring soon.
And the streaming stuff is taking over. Like you notice, like the gaming type of YouTubers are falling down now. It's just the streamers are going up. So like we have to bring the Berlizzi and Corey and all those Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. We gotta bring them all back, but like in our type of way. That's why, because they're all retiring.
Like I low-key kind of hate streaming. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I only do it to like talk to my viewers.
Low-key, I wouldn't. Actually, I wouldn't say I hate it, because low-key it is way easier. You just pull up the game. You don't gotta do no editing or anything. You just stream the game.
I think yeah,
It's
it
like
is
it's so
easier. You don't need any ideas. You could just. But I need to make more videos though. Like. But there's not
Bro,
a
the
lot
rest of these videos, if they're not perfect, I'm not posting them, bro. Like I want to get like, I want to have like less videos. Like I want to hit at least 200 videos, and then I want to be up like with so many like millions of views, or like in the thousands of views and close to a million subscribers.
Wait, am I hearing you right? You said 200 videos.
With only,
you went...
with only 200 videos. Rico the Giant don't even got 200 videos.
Man, Rico the Giant, okay. Rico the Giant has help from Berlizzi and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, I know.
videos.
It's just that collab video that they had.
So basically, you would need me to get super famous, right? While you stay at your 200, and then that's how you want to go.
I don't know.
You just want to appear on my channel sometimes, and then your fans gonna be like, Steven, when's the next video? Now you really need me to edit. I got you for you to edit videos, bro. I would definitely edit your videos to make them perfect. But yeah, I know you don't feel like editing no videos, and I don't have nothing to do in this life, so you just send me your videos at this point.
And I finally figured out how to make that outlining around the green screen too.
How do you mean? Yeah,
Oh.
that's what makes it professional, in my opinion. That Berlizzi look.
Exactly, yeah. I was like, how do you do that, bro? I gotta figure out how to do that. And I was just fondling around with the editing software. And I figured out how to do it. I was like, how do you get that curve on the bottom? And then I was messing around with it, and then I figured out how to do that too.
Curve on the, yeah, that boy is. When I clicked on the video, I was like, hold on, why the freak does he look so professional now? Like I was like, I left bro alone for like 2 days, and he's already a professional.
I just gotta put more time and effort into the editing. So like, put as much time and effort into the videos, and then I feel like after I'm done making a video and editing it, wait like a few hours, make another video, and the next day edit it for the whole day, bro. Take breaks here now, but for the whole day.
Do you have any unreleased videos right now?
No.
So you don't have any like recorded videos?
I was playing the Chilla's Art Coffee. I was playing the Chilla's Art Coffee closing shift, but then I just said, "Freak yeah, I'm not playing this because I already know what's all gonna happen."
But trying to fake his streams.
I don't like knowing what's about to happen. It ruins it for me. Or like it makes like.
I don't know if you're in the mood, because it is 9 o'clock. I don't know if you're in the mood to make a video right now and send it to me.
I told you I was going to make that Mario video, but you ain't finna want to edit that. Actually, I don't mind it. I don't mind editing that Mario video low-key. That low-key would be kind of fun. For me, at least. Because I grew up on those types of games, so I don't know about you.
Well, you just let me know when you got a horror video you want me to edit, cause I'll get that easy. No cap, I got that done easy. I just wish there was more games in the world, bro. There's no more games that are like popping.
Bro, Rico the Giant was playing simulators, bro. Like, you gotta play I'm playing the most random games. Like, low-key, if I'm being for real, you play the most random games, right? There's gonna be someone looking out for good gameplays of a certain type of game. Whether it's a child or not. And they're gonna see it, and they're gonna somehow come across your videos, and more people are gonna start coming across your video. So that's all I'm doing. I don't care what game it is, I'm just gonna play it. I just don't want all my games to be horror games.
Well, see, me, it's a little bit harder for me because I'm a whole superhero type of channel. My fans are so slow, bro. Like, gosh, I hate arguing with them, bro. Like, the stuff that I gotta deal with these fan base.
See about talking to your fans like that.
No, like,
Crazy.
they just get me mad. Like, who the freak do they think they be
That guy
talking
was
to?
right. That guy was right. You're gonna talk to your fans like this? Wow.
That was like, I like.
Oh, let me see
I'm
what
a-
his name.
Huh?
Let me see what his name was real quick.
Bro's name is Editing. He's the one that made that edit of you the first time.
Let me go on TikTok.
Bro, I had a dream about the
Oh.
Babadook.
I'm looking kind of family friendly too.
I am too, but sometimes they be getting me angry. Like, bro, I don't know who they be thinking they arguing with on me, bro. Like, I'm literally the superhero expert. I know these things.
That's crazy, bro. Floyd responded. That brought my mood up a little bit.
I bet you if you was to make an Instagram story right now and tag him in it, he would probably see it and repost it.
I wouldn't say repost.
He does that all the time. He literally if it's a funny clip, then he'll like put it on his story. He always does it. Him and Berleezy.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, and they think like I'm trying to get famous off of them or something.
No, like just like put a clip of you watching him or something. That's what I think. If you want to. I don't want to look like a fanboy.
I mean, I don't want to look like a fan, bro. I don't want to be a fan. I want to be a friend.
Do you think he'll be a friend?
That's what I want to be. I don't want to be no fan. I want to be a friend. I don't want them to see me as a fan. I want them to see me as a friend. Like, yo, I'll call you up for a little bit of a video. Yo, I'll call you up to join up on the stream.
You better hope that by the time we're like 20, 25, we go to what is it? What is it called? DreamCon? And like all the goats are there and we just link up.
Bro. I'm so sad I can't go to DreamCon this year. July, and it's literally July too. It's in July.
I heard nobody's gonna be there that much though. Not many people. It's not gonna be like the last one though. The last one was tough. Did you see the last one?
No.
The one
with Corian. Yeah, I've seen it.
That Jack was tough. That had every streamer, every YouTuber. Like that was. You're never gonna get anything like that again. You got Corey X Kenshin to come over there. You're never getting that again. 100%.
Like, I feel like now that they know that he went there, a whole bunch of people are gonna go now.
Yeah.
Thinking that he's gonna go again, being a fool.
I can't wait to see Corey Kenshin.
They're fools. No one's gonna be there.
Yeah. It's probably what Night X Kenshin. Night X Kenshin think he finna get some fans over there. He probably gonna meet like 2 people.
I'm about to watch the rest of this Dashi, and then I'm about to play my game.
My phone, I have so many sketches. But it just has to feel right for me to do it, right? Yeah. I just feel it. Like if I'm like, you know what? I'm shooting a sketch, right? Like tomorrow, right? And I just do it. I don't want to force them. Yeah, thing.
Cause then they come off kind of I was in the same boat, you know. Like when you feel like you gotta crank out a sketch every week, you start just putting whatever bullshit on paper, and it's like
that's just not a lot of work. I mean, like with the news anchor joint, like I did like drone shots.
Mm.
I mean, I was doing like a lot of crazy stuff just because I wanted to outdo the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you got to feel like you want to.
And that's why it gets difficult, right? Like for gaming shit, it's like you don't feel that pressure. Like even with the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Really, the only thing going on my channel right now is podcasts. It's like I come in bullshit for a couple hours, and we got some content where like I'm making the sketches, and you got a whole ass film crew. You put some script. You got
I don't know about that film crew stuff because I just shoot. But yeah, see, I remember shooting a couple skits with you. You had like a camera dude, sound dude. I'm like, man, this is bougie. It's so bougie. Hey, by the way, go ahead, Rick.
It was under a contract, but we had to pay for it regardless.
Yeah.
Production, so.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess if Dave was paying for it, then it's like.
Well, you had on the green screen for the furniture one.
Furniture, which I love, by the way. With my.
What it do, baby? It's your boy Baki.
Hold on, yeah.
I have to do a part 2, but not sell furniture because you know that business went out of business because you remember the FBI at the end came through.
Oh, that's
so.
Looking at Stephen Howe. How you back on the stream, bud? Didn't you have to go earlier? Yo, I got a fart. Nah, I'm trolling. I don't. I'm playing. I'm chill. I'm playing. I was trolling. Bow. All right. Look at Steven.
Back with another one. They finally showed us a couple extra shots of Superman, and I just wanted to take this time to maybe talk about the state of DC, my feelings about everything that's happened to the character. I'm not really feeling this outfit, and it's for quite a few number of reasons. I don't want to bash on
Steven, shut up, please. Just real quick, shut up.
But too much because it might not be the finished product or whatever else. I'm not a fan of all this extra stitching that's being done here. It doesn't really seem like it signifies anything. I mean, for all I know, it could. You know, maybe that could be like what the Kryptonians wear on Krypton,
or maybe it's the way his mom made this suit. You know,
whatever else. But it just doesn't have a lot of flow to the actual streams and lines. Another thing is, it seems very, very baggy. I mean, it could just be me, and I could just be tripping, but it seems very like it has a lot of bagginess to it, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and like be like, oh well, the Cavill one was the greatest or whatever. Although I do think the Henry Cavill one was really solid. Like, it had that texture to it that just seemed like that would be what like you would have as a Kryptonian suit. Whereas this more seems more clothy. Like
and you didn't talk about the color.
Would have as a Kryptonian suit. Whereas this more seems more clothy. You know. Overall, I think this suit does not look too hot. Let's check out some other pictures. Okay, so here, I will say that I actually do enjoy how it looks in the back. I think that looks pretty cool. I've always been a fan of the yellow logo on the back, bro. That's like, I have that up on my wall right now for my Superman, the Death of Superman. Like, I love the logo on the back. It's always been a big thing for me. It looks pretty solid. I'm still not really sold on how the S looks. It doesn't really look like an S because it...
I can't wait till this movie comes out, bro. I can't wait till this trailer comes out, okay? Just so I can poop on everyone's face when this trailer comes out, no cap, because, bro, it's really making me mad that y'all really feel this way, bro. Why do y'all feel this way about the Superman suit?
The border.
It doesn't make sense.
The entire border is red. Does that make sense? So, like, okay, you see how the S here, when the border meets the S, it's at the curve, which is already explaining where the S goes.
So this guy's complaining because the logo looks stupid, right? It doesn't look stupid. It has its own way. It's called the Kingdom Comes. If you don't know what the Kingdom Comes thing is, bro, then that's just you, okay? Right, you're just not a comic book fan if you don't know what Kingdom Come means. I mean, what if you don't know what that logo is, okay? Right? If you're complaining about any Superman suit, never mind. But listen, okay? Because, like, we got to talk about this. Look at this. Look at these two pictures side by side. This is Superman. This is what he looks like. This is literally Superman. You can't tell me this right here looks like this picture. You can't. They don't even look. The colors don't match up. Okay? And Henry Cavill's never did this pose in his life. Never. It's only stood like this. I've only seen him do this.
Goes. When the border meets this, it's still the border. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the issue here.
There's no issue. Shut up.
It doesn't even look like a fucking ass, dude. I get it. It's kind of like the Kingdom Come and the real OG Superman S. But personally, like, it just doesn't. To me, it doesn't rock as well. The one thing I'll say about it that I'll give it credit for, though, is it does look really alien. Like, his outfit right now looks way more alien and foreign than whatever we have right here with the actual Superman, how he looks in comic books, right?
No, okay, I will say that I would much rather have this Superman, that other Superman logo. The one down here on the right, I would much rather have that logo. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like that logo.
Now, that could be good or bad, but he is a Kryptonian, and the outfit is from his childhood from Krypton. It's not like he made it here on Earth. So it should have a little bit of foreignness to the letter S. It shouldn't be a letter S, honestly. You know, I mean, I know that was like the house thing and all that stuff, but like it's not an S. You know, that's why in Man of Steel, you know, they kind of played on that. You know what I'm saying? And even in the comic Man of Steel, I wasn't even talking about the movie, but even in the comic Man of Steel, that's really where it came from. That's where most modern ideas of Superman came from. It's like the 70s Superman. Prior to that, it was freestyle. But like right around the 70s Superman, that's when they started really changing stuff up. Him as the actor, he looks solid as Superman in the face, just not really in the body. He doesn't have the body type, but I don't think you have to these days.
I was about to
because
say,
my favorite Superman is still the Superman from Superman and Lois. So yeah, that.
The one Superman that I hate. This doesn't look like Superman. Please. Okay? Cover bro's face up. He probably has the body of Superman. He doesn't look like Superman.
The show is great. The one that has like 2 or 3 seasons out right now. I love that dude as fucking Superman, man. That's my favorite Superman, by far, actually. So, you know, you don't have to be big to me, but your suit his suit has a lot of bagginess to it, bro. There's not a lot of turn. 1989 Batman versus Batman Returns. Like in Batman Returns, his suit is much more sleek. There's not a lot of gaps in it. It's like you can kind of see gaps in his foot, gaps in his drawers. No, I'm just kidding. There's like bagginess. I don't know. There's something about it where I'm not really feeling it yet. I'll leave all rights to be reserved, you know. But so far, see, like there, it really doesn't look good. But that's probably not a fair shot, though, you know. Bro, that suit is really.
This guy just sounds so... You know, I'm just not going to get mad because this is his opinion, of course. Everybody has their own opinion. It just doesn't... It's so slow. Like, how does this look bad? It doesn't. I can't look at it and be like, gosh, this Superman is ugly. Like, this Superman just looks stupid. I can't. My brain won't let me.
It really doesn't look good.
I can't lie to myself.
Not a fair shot, though, you know? Bro, that suit just looks so much better. Look at how the S looks. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Look at how...
And you understand that this is an edited version of the picture, right? You absolute buffoon. I'm sitting here saying words that I've never said in my vocabulary. This doesn't even make sense. It's literally an edited filter. He never looked like this in the movie. He has like this dark filter on him.
How the S looks alone, bro. Like the S alone. Forget the colors and all that shit, because all that shit is changed in edit. That's all post shit. But just look at like the material and like
you just sound stupid now. See? Like you see when you can't prove nothing, you sound stupid. You can't prove. You just told me the S. Like forget the S, right? But it's edited. So how?
This also looks very alien, to be fair. Like it's like a onesie, but it has a lot of stuff on the hips and shit, and you can see the texture of the actual outfit. His
Can't wait till
S
this movie
looks
comes
so
out.
much better here, though. It also
It's edited,
supposed to be
bruh.
Superman. You're supposed to bleed off the border. This never bleeds off. Look, this part is always the same, going all the way around until this part at the very end, because it's supposed to be like the end of the S, right? It's supposed to be the end of the S here on this. This goes and it's out, right? But I think it looks fucking terrible. Doesn't really look like an S. It like it's hard for me to really. It really is hard for me to see the S here. I just see like the yellow piece and the other yellow piece.
Well, if you actually look at it and you're just like, that's Superman, well, then you can actually see it's an S, right?
Sticking out on a diamond piece, because you're telling me that somebody would get sued if they had that kind of Superman logo. Let's say they made it black and white, bro. DC wouldn't even have looked at that shit. Omni-Man looks like a YouTube goddamn symbol, and he ain't been touched. I just don't like this. I don't like this. Wondering about how I feel about Superman suit. Overall, not really a fan. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. You know
Hey, you're not getting this subscribe. You're not getting this subscribe. I like that Lois is rocking on purple. Yeah. I don't really like to judge something until it's. And finally, someone with actual sense. He's talking actual sense. Some of us can kind of just. Symbol. He's still complaining about the symbol. Like, shut up. I can't believe this movie cost $3. Well, you better believe it. I can't wait till this movie comes out. They're complaining about the budget of the movie, saying that it's too much money. Or is it good? Is this even good? I don't even know. Don't be surprised if it is. It'll be very shameful to have a budget. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking stupid. It pisses me off. I like the new suit except the chest. Okay. Wait, oh my gosh, there's no way he's just playing him. Show me where I said he don't have the body. Sounds like you yapping because I never said that.
Body type, but I don't think you have to these days, because my favorite Superman is still the Superman from Superman and Lois.
Blood, he never responded back. You just got embarrassed, you absolute buffoon. Man, y'all are starting some wars that I will be willing to be the front lines of, buddy. I will be willing to be the front lines of this immediately. There's people that are saying this is amazing. There's people that say they hate it. There's people that, I mean, bro.
We just got our first official look of Superman and Mr. Terrific on the set of Superman. Yes, James Gunn's Superman movie has started filming in Cleveland in place of downtown Metropolis in front of the Daily Planet. And today, we got our first clear look at David Cornsweet in the Superman suit. Not only that, but we also got our first official look at Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific. And guys, just look at these suits. This Superman suit looks amazing in the light.
See?
It's incredible. Not to mention, Mr. Terrific looks like he was ripped straight out of the comic books. There's so many stuff coming down the pipe today, so make sure you guys stay tuned because I'm going to keep you up.
See, and it's people like this that actually have some sense, that are actually, you know, like you can look at the suit and just be like, Superman, that's Superman. If you was to walk around the city with this suit, I'm sure you would be asked to take many pictures, okay? I'm sure.
So you think you know Wix, do you really? First up, we've got
Oh my god, have you seen this? Please, take a look at all of this. We are thriving right now. Superman fans, we have never been more...
I'll be back. I gotta take this freaking suit off, dude. Take this freaking suit off. I don't know if he told me to put this on, bro. See how fast I am? I'm like really, really fast. I'm gonna look emo, bro. I'm gonna have to, hold on. I gotta like wipe this off my face a little bit. How freaking am I supposed to wipe this on my face? I don't even know. Might just have to use this. Hold on.
more back than this. James Gunn's movie has been shooting for a few months now. We have finally gotten some set photos that show off the whole cast of characters, from the Man of Tomorrow himself to a surprise villain that we'll get to later. Obviously, there are going to be some spoilers ahead, but I won't be talking about anything from the plot until a specific section at the end of the video, and there's a warning and everything, so you can't really miss it. But until then, let's not waste any more time because I have a lot to say about these pictures that have been driving me insane over the last few days. Up first, of course, we have to talk about the big thing everyone's been looking at, and that is the costume. Now, for me personally, I was defending that original reveal that Gunn did a few months back. I thought it looked pretty good. I like the vibe they were going for, with Superman just putting his shoes on one boot at a time, but I do think it was a mistake to have the suit revealed battle damaged and at this weird angle where you couldn't really see everything. I think that's a really cool picture to show off at a later date, but as for our first look at the costume, I wasn't really thrilled that that was it. I still think the overall suit looks good though, but now, to see it in broad daylight and in action and all these different shots, I am in love with this costume. I love everything they've done with it.
Do y'all see? Do y'all see what I be talking about? Yes. That's how you're supposed to feel.
I think that this has the potential, depending on how things go, to be one of the greatest comic book movie costumes ever. Is it too early to say that? Probably. Am I just getting caught up in the hype? Absolutely. But I do really like this costume a lot and what they're doing. It's much better than that initial reveal, and it gives a really good sense of what Gunn is going for the tone of the movie, along with the look of Superman in this modern setting. The big takeaway here for me is these bright, vibrant colors, because this is all I've wanted to see from a Superman costume for years. I don't need those muted colors we've had to suffer through for years. I want a Superman who has those bright primary colors on full display, and this is it. We've finally gotten it, and I could.
And this is the type of people I want to surround myself with, okay? I want to surround myself with people who are actually... Yes, I did, bro. I did. But this is the type of thing I wanted to see, y'all. Like, I don't like this suit. I mean, I love this Superman, but I just don't like the suit. It's
could
this
not be
color.
happier. I'm just so glad to see Superman actually look like he should for once, and they're not desaturating it to make it look more realistic and gritty. This is a larger-than-life comic book universe, and we have a Superman at the forefront with some of the most vibrant...
I want to hear your... Matter of fact, since you're on my stream, I want to hear your opinions on that video that we watched, that you watched. What do you think about this Superman, bro? Because I think it's stupid that people are really comparing this to this Superman, and it's really annoying to me. Like, it's just stupid. Like, I think this Superman looks great. He looks awesome. Like, bro, this is
I've ever seen in a comic book movie, and for that alone, I'm willing to forgive a lot of things on this suit just for those vibrant colors, because that's all I really ever want to see when it comes to Superman. But what I want to focus on here that I am so over the moon about is that he has the trunks. We got a little preview of them in that initial reveal, but we can see them in their full glory in broad daylight, and they are perfect. In my opinion, any Superman costume without the trunks is a bad take. Not only from an aesthetic choice, because the big red trunks always take up part of the suit and they block out the colors and it just makes things look better, but from how Superman is supposed to be this wholesome character, and the trunks kind of humanize him a bit, and they take him down from this alien.
Oh, well, you took him off the dirt. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. But you took that guy out the dirt. I mean, that was hilarious. This man, he told you to show him where he was talking about the Superman body. He did not respond. It's been 3 days. That's sad.
God to just somebody who resembles a strongman, which is the original idea for it, and why all these superheroes used to always wear trunks is because they were supposed to be strongmen, and they took inspiration from strongmen of the past. So it makes Superman feel more human, and it brings him down to
Alright,
earth.
bro, peace out.
And then, yeah, they're intrinsically silly, but that's the whole point of them. It makes him a more comforting figure when he has these trunks on. So to see the trunks here in all their glory with the bright yellow belt going across them as well, which I am in love with, I think that looks incredible. It just made me the happiest ever. And if you're a Superman fan from the comics or other mediums, you should be delighted to see the trunks done in a way that hasn't been done since the Christopher Reeve costume. I'd say the trunks on this suit are better than the Reeve suit, with the textures and the depth of it, where that belt actually looks pretty tangible. It's not flat, it's not spandexy, it's like an actual costume that you would see Superman wearing, and I can't say enough good things about the trunks. As long as the suit had the trunks, I'd be happy with it, and they exceeded all my expectations. I've just been blown away by how good these trunks look on the costume. I've said it before in other videos, but I really hope that James Gunn and David Cornswet are not watching some of these videos that are talking negative down on the suit. I hope they're watching videos like this. really like that crest on the front of the suit also. The Kingdom Come logo is my personal favorite of Superman's logos, so to see it done in this new way with the yellow design on it, I really like a lot, especially...
Yo, get this like, bro. I'm about to watch this, I'm subscribing to. I like this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy.
The yellow outline around it, I think it adds a lot to break up the design and make it stand out on that blue background, which I think looks really good. I love how big it is and how much space it takes up on the costume. I think it's nice to see this larger-than-life hero with a big emblem just proudly displayed in full bright colors. We've seen the crest a lot already. That was the first initial reveal months ago when Gunn just posted this picture of the crest, and now to just see that fully exposed, I love it even more. I would not hesitate to say this is my favorite Superman logo to date. I don't ever see it being beaten. I know it's not the traditional one. I think it'd be cool if he did get that down the line, but I think to establish him as his own unique Superman when there are so many others out there, it's smart to do something that is both new and pays homage to the Superman that came before, like with the Flesher S and the Kingdom Come Superman and then the classic logo. It just brings everything together to make a really
That's
cool...
what I'm saying. He brings it all together. James Gunn brung all of these Supermans together and just put something perfect.
Unique design that stands out amongst the rest. And also, they even put the crest on the back of the cape. You can see that yellow emblem right there, which I personally like. I know there's a lot of discourse around everything when it comes to superhero costumes, but I always like the cape with the crest on the back of it because I think it adds a lot to the design. Yeah, the red cape can look good, but I think when you have the S on there, it just adds that little extra detail. I think it looks good. It pops really well when the yellow is contrasted against the red background, and I'm really glad to see that. All that being said, as much as I really do love this suit, it definitely isn't perfect. Life is good, but it can be better. The big thing I've seen a lot of people complaining about, which I definitely understand and do agree with, is the lines on the costume. Lines are always a hot topic when it comes to superhero costumes because I feel like some suits overdo it and they're unnecessary and don't really add anything besides to try and make it look modern and updated and space age or whatever. So I understand why people are apprehensive to see them. I do think here though is the best case scenario if we had to have them on the costume. Me personally, I think this would probably be my favorite suit.
Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel some type of way about this. I can't lie. This doesn't just... Nah, it would be dope. It would actually be dope if it looked like this. But I'm not complaining. It looks good.
Superman costume, if the lines just weren't there, if you take that away and you smooth everything out, I think this would by far be the best. Unfortunately, they're here, we gotta deal with them, but I do think this is the best case scenario because they're not a different color. You see costumes like the Ant-Man costume where the lines are there and they're all different colors and it kind of becomes a visual mess. There's no consistency, it's just lines for the sake of it. But on this costume, it's the same color as the material of the blue in the suit. So to me, they don't really stand out too much. It's more of a texture thing, and I think that is the best way to do it on these costumes because it breaks up the single blue. So to see them not really distract you from the costume anyway, but just kind of be there to add texture and dimension while also giving this more modern look, I think it works for what they're going for. I really wish they weren't there, honestly. I do think it would...
Yeah, it would look a little bit better. Like, yeah, it would look way better if it was with no lines. I'm not complaining still though.
Look a lot better if they just completely got rid of him and we had that smooth costume that we're used to. It leans a little too far into the New 52 look for me when you add all those lines in that are just there to try and make it look more modern and realistic instead of just giving us this larger-than-life Superman costume. But mostly everything else on there is really working for me, so I can look past
this
the
suit
few
reminds me of
lines and
the
colors.
this suit reminds me of the Fortnite skin. Like, it just reminds me of the Fortnite skins. But I like the Fortnite skins.
This vibrant in the trunks. The other big topic of contention is the collar on the costume. I will say, it's growing on me. I know in the first video I was kind of critical of it, but here I think they've made some changes from that original suit, because if you look at these two images side by side, all close up, the collar on the old suit is more of a turtleneck, while this one is more of like a classic collar where it goes out from the neck, and I think it looks a lot better like
two
that. The
different
turtleneck
suits.
look, I don't like at all. The more I've sat with it, the more I've kind of not really liked it.
You can
but
see the logos
seeing this
down
one
more.
here, this is how you do a collar on a suit, where it's not just this flat design. It actually like goes down with the neck, and I think that looks good for the costume, and somehow they won me over. I've never been a Superman collar fan, but here I really like what they did with it. Another case of I think it would look better if it just had the neckline, but this is the design they're going for. Maybe this is just the suit at the beginning of the movie, and then by the end we get a more
I don't like
traditional
that. I
Superman
don't like
costume,
this.
which I'd be all for. But I think that I'm not
I like
afraid to
this.
admit it. I'll be the first to say that they nailed it on this suit. And hey, if you're a collar hater, I totally get it. I thought I would be too. I was originally on that old suit, but I do think it looks really good on this design, so I'll give them credit, they made it work. And one last thing I've seen a lot of people talk about that I don't really think is a fair critique is that the suit is baggy. Because a lot of the time, a lot of these superhero movie costumes are baggier on purpose to give the actors more mobility on set when they're moving around, doing all these action scenes, just actually being able to walk around and breathe in these things. And then in post-production, they go in and they tighten things up. We've seen this countless times. If you look at the Black Panther costume from Civil War, if you look at the Captain America costume from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they go in after the fact and they tighten up the suit to make it look more skin tight like you would on a comic page. So I think critiquing that aspect of the suit right now is a little unnecessary, and we should wait to see the final product, because there are a lot of different changes they can make to get rid of that bagginess and make it more skin tight like people are looking for. And I don't think it's really accurate to say that this is the final design. We need to keep that in mind when we're looking at this
Yes, like,
costume.
listen
analyzing
to
all these
this
things,
guy,
that this
listen
is not
to
the
this
finished
guy,
product.
bro.
This is what they do on set, and a lot of the time they always go back in post-production and change things up. For better or for worse, this will not be the suit design that we see in the movie. And even then, I don't hate the bagginess. Alright, I think it looks good if anything. I'm sick of seeing a Superman costume like the Man of Steel one that looks like it's spray painted on him. It just doesn't really look good when it's that tight in my opinion. I like more of like a spandexy look to where it's breathable, but I also think that for this new take on Superman, it's interesting to go with a baggier look as if it were his uniform that he puts on for work, which I think could be a little wholesome aspect of it. But I like that it's just kind of clothes he just puts on one sleeve at a time. I think that could ground him.
This guy is talking the most, like he's just cooking up some yummy food that I can just smell. I can smell it, bro. I can smell. I'm not even trying to glaze it, but I can smell it.
My opinion. Enough about that Superman guy, though. Let's focus on Clark Kent, the other lead of this movie. Now, I don't know why a lot of people are saying he looks like Superman, because that's clearly a different person. Like, you look at these guys side by side. What are you talking about? You have to be crazy to think that that's Superman. But in all seriousness, the thing I love about this is that you can't really tell, because they went out of their way to make Clark look different from Superman. They changed his hair up and made it more curly and more poofy when he's in Clark Kent persona, and I think that goes a long way in differentiating these two personas in a realistic way, too, because you can just mess up his hair, and boom, now he looks like Clark Kent. And I think it adds a lot to finally settle that stupid argument of do Superman and Clark Kent being obviously the same person, because such a simple aesthetic difference like this goes a long way in establishing these two identities and how far Clark goes to hide them. Obviously this like perm kind of look for Clark Kent is new, but I do think it's a good look for him. David is rocking it. I think that it really suits him. But the best part of this is David's performance as Clark Kent, because just from these few snippets I can already tell it's exactly what I hoped he would be, in that he's playing this more earnest buffoon of a character, which is exactly what Clark Kent is, while Superman is this larger-than-life superhero who's always standing up straight. Clark Kent is always leaning over and he's hunched and he's a clumsy guy. And I think that you could see in this clip right here that David's energy as Clark is perfect. He has that chaotic energy as he's stumbling through the streets, rushing to get to the planet. I can already tell that David is going to be a perfect Clark Kent. He's putting all this thought into his performance, and I cannot wait to see how he is on screen. He's killing it, as expected. He's one of the best casting decisions of all time. I'm always going to stand by that, and I'm just really excited to see his Clark, maybe even more than his Superman, because I think we all know what to expect with Superman, but when it comes to Clark Kent, I feel like we haven't gotten a definitive version since the Christopher Reeve movies. All these other versions are either good to okay, but Reeve was the standard, And I think David is the person who's most going to be able to either replicate that or make it his own in this way. He's already doing some great work just from this one low-quality set video. Like, imagine what he's going to do for a whole 2 hours of a movie. It just gets me so hyped. Also, we're understandably focusing a lot on Superman and Clark Kent as they're the biggest character in the movie, but I'd say that Mr. Terrific's costume is even better. It's, dare I say, tremendous. What do you think? Time is up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Rip the band-aid off. Let's get into all the spoilers, because there's a lot to break down in this next photo right here. To me, this is the most fascinating set pick we've gotten thus far, because it's the first one that actually dives into some plot details. The other ones have just been vague, out-of-context pictures of the set, but this one here gives us some actual plot moments, where you see Superman being arrested. First of all, free my man. He didn't do anything wrong. There's a miscarriage of justice. I think we need to get him out of here. But you can see right there on the left is Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr., who's going to be making his debut in Creature Commandos before this. He's going to appear in Peacemaker Season 2. And then finally in the Superman movie as someone who's arresting Superman, which is very interesting. I wonder what kind of role he's going to have there, if he's this government stooge, opposed to his son, Rick Flag, who, rest in peace King, is now someone who's more blindly working for the government, maybe it seems. He's more of a hard-ass. He's new on the scene, and they don't know what his intentions are. It's hard to say, but then on his right, you see the engineer from the team, the Authority. He's going to go by any rules or laws. They are willing to get the job done by any means. Goal here, why to be Ultraman right there. Big black suit, looking more like Black Noir from The Boys, but that big U on the chest is very reminiscent of Ultraman, who's been rumored to be in this movie for a while now. Now, traditionally, Ultraman is from Earth 3. There's a whole different backstory behind that character. It looks to be Gunn changing it up completely for this movie. So let me just break down my theory for what's happening here, where I think that Ultraman, maybe the second act or something, is going to reveal to be a Superman clone created by Lex Luthor to rule with a more iron fist. For whatever reason, Lex doesn't like Superman in this adaptation. He's going to get some of his DNA and clone him, and then Ultraman is going to be Lex's stooge with the government, as the government has their own Superman they can control, who is this ruthless killer using Superman's powers with no regard for anyone else, just getting the job done. And then over the course of the movie, his mind is going to degrade away until he's more like Bizarro. So they're going to be taking Ultraman as the identity assumed in this universe, where Lex just says, oh, well, he's Ultraman, better than Superman, blah, blah, blah. And then we slowly see him become Bizarro, which I think would be interesting. But basically, this whole thing is going to be a commentary on the evil Superman trope, which I think is really smart. A lot of Superman's public perception has been ruined over the last few years because of how many evil Superman there are, whether it be from The Boys, Invincible, so many different DC projects that have adapted evil Superman. People have gotten a bad idea of the character and think he's only interesting when he's evil. So I think Gunn making this almost rebirth of the character in live action and dedicating it to why evil Superman is bad is a really smart way to tackle this in a meta commentary and show why wholesome Superman is better than evil Superman. So you see them directly face off, and while Lex Luthor is still the primary villain of the goal, this Ultraman Bizarro type character is the secondary villain doing things that Lex physically can't, if any of that makes sense.
This movie's gonna cook up, no cap. I'm done arguing with y'all. This movie's gonna cook up.
When it comes to rogues galleries, you'd be hard-pressed to find one with more memorable and complex villains than Batman's. From Jack to they already set up Joker to be the villain of the Batman's second Batman, and that's a fair point. But director Matt Reeves confirmed that tease was more about world building and establishing that he already has a past with the Joker than it was about setting him up for the sequel, which leaves a very big opening for someone new. Would I love to see Barry Keoghan's Joker return? Absolutely. He's an incredibly talented actor, and I think he has the potential to put in an all-time performance.
Yeah, just make little bro have cameos.
We've seen so many different versions of the Joker in live action up to this point that I think it's time to let other characters have the spotlight. Plus, personally, I need some more time to forget the unhinged things Barry did in Saltburn before I could process him as the Joker. So let's meet our real candidates. Let's kick things off with the most likely candidate, another character who already exists in this universe, that being the Penguin. The Batman largely acted as the
Penguin is not being the main
That brings
villain.
us to our second candidate, and someone who's a very realistic choice based on what the first movie heavily teased. I'm of course talking about Tommy Elliott, better known as Hush, a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne who grew up rich like he did, but that's basically where their similarities ended. While Bruce grew up with loving parents, Tommy's were abusive and neglective, and understandably he hated them, which, you know, I can't blame him for that. It all came to a head when he attempted to kill them to be free of their torment and inherit their fortune, but Thomas Wayne managed to save his mother with his skills as a surgeon. Thus began his lifelong grudge against the Wayne family, which he targeted directly at Bruce out of jealousy. His plans didn't come to fruition until a few years later after his mother died, when he finally got the wealth he desired, and he put that towards his master plan to destroy Bruce Wayne. He got plastic surgery to steal his identity and ultimately try and ruin his life. Hush is a fascinating villain because of how personal his ties are to Bruce. Most of Batman's enemies have an issue with the Bat himself, but Hush is one of the few who has beef with the man behind the mask specifically. I think that element there is what would make him a near perfect choice for this movie and what they should focus on. In The Batman, Bruce has no...
Oh, cause like, yo, yes!
being himself. He's putting all of his time and energy into being
Yes,
Gotham's Dark Knight and doesn't see
what
how
I'm
Bruce Wayne can help the
saying.
city. In the sequel, they should develop Bruce's playboy persona more and have his arc throughout the film involving realizing the value and power that comes with being a Wayne.
I
And the best
like
way to
this
do that?
guy.
Have Tommy arrive in Gotham posing as him and immediately start ruining things. The public has no perception of who Bruce is since he's a recluse nowadays, so they have no choice but to leave.
The Hush is definitely gonna be the villain, 100%.
If that's who he is now, it would actually force Bruce to start making his presence known to the public as a helpful figure to undo the harm Tommy caused, as he can help develop that man-whore persona we all know and love to help differentiate himself from the Batman identity. The seeds have already been planted for this, as the 2022 film confirmed that the Elliots not only exist in this universe, but already have an established history with the Waynes. Edward Elliot was the reporter who dug up dirt on Thomas during his mayoral election campaign. He tried to offer him hush money, but once that didn't work out, Thomas got desperate and went to Falcone. This leads to Elliot's accidental death, depending on who you believe, and has set the stage for Hush's arrival. I mean, come on, they literally have the word Hush written out in big letters here. You can't get more obvious than that. Traditionally, Edward is Tommy's grandfather, but I think they should just simply make him his father here. It gives him a motive to want Bruce Wayne to pay since he benefited from his father's death, and perhaps he tries to take the identity because Tommy feels he deserved that life, not Bruce. It's another way to continue the themes of that first movie with a villain from the Wayne's family past who's come back to haunt Bruce, and that sounds great, right? But maybe it's too good to be true, because part of me feels like Hush is way too similar to this version of the Riddler. He's another serial killer villain with personal ties to Bruce's ancestry and isn't trying to get revenge on Batman, but Bruce Wayne instead. Even their looks are similar in this universe. Just swap out the mask for some bandages and bam, you've got a good looking Hush design. That's not to say I don't think they should ever do Hush, they absolutely should. But maybe hold out until later for him. For now, let's look at another contestant who'd be a breath of cold, fresh air as the villain. Up next is a character I've seen a lot of fans, myself included, ask for in the sequel. He's one of the coolest villains of all time and would be a nice addition to the universe. It's Victor, Mr. Freeze. Honestly, not a very creative name on his
Let me
part,
hear
but
bro
hey,
out.
if it works,
I like
it works.
his
Well, he's made an infamous appearance in live action before.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Freeze has never been done justice on the silver screen, despite being arguably the most complex of Batman's villains. He's not out to hurt people or cause chaos, he's just desperate to find equipment that will help save his beloved Nora. She's dying of an incurable disease, so he froze her in hopes of finding the cure one day and letting her live out a full life. It's a noble effort on his part, and the villain I most sympathize with because at his core, he's a relatively normal guy. Even if he is blue and trapped in a suit after an accident left his body with sub-zero temperatures. And no, they shouldn't do the bad modern origin where Nora actually isn't his wife because that rips away all the tragedy and makes him a much less interesting character. That idea is stupid, and whoever came up with that should be ashamed. I just want to see Mr. Freeze as a smart man driven to crime for good reason. Unlike the other two villains mentioned thus far, Mr. Freeze doesn't have any personal grudges with Batman or Bruce Wayne. Batman just happens to be getting in his way, and that's where the conflict arises. That dynamic between the two would immediately set Freeze apart from the Riddler and offer a different way for Batman to handle him. He's not a terrorist trying to blow up the city or end corrupt officials. He's in a race against time to complete
Batman
an
would probably
impossible
feel
task. It
more
could be really
hostile
interesting
or
to see Batman
justice,
trying
more
to appeal
like
to Victor's emotions
not
while the city
more-
hunts him for the
I don't
collateral
know.
damage he's
It
causing.
wouldn't be more
Sure,
like-
he may be stealing Wayne tech, but for a billionaire, that's nothing. Bruce can lose that and the company wouldn't even notice. But I think having him almost relate to Freeze in a way as they connect over their grief could be really touching. Bruce knows what it's like to lose someone. He can sympathize with Victor because he's familiar with all that pain himself as well as holding onto it as long as possible. I bet Bruce would have done the same thing if he could to try and save his parents, but he never had the chance to like Victor has with Nora. Perhaps she could also help Bruce process his grief more too as he goes out of his way to help Freeze. The solution isn't fighting him as Batman, it's candidate. In my humble opinion, he's the most underrated villain in Batman's entire rogues gallery. A character who's never had the proper adaptation and is just waiting for his moment to break out of the mud. None other than Basil Karlo, better known as Clayface. While there are a few different origins out there for the character, I think that this movie should focus on his time as an actor caught in a terrible accident that leaves him disfigured. And when you're ugly, Hollywood wants nothing to do with you. This leaves him desperate, using an experimental cream called Renew You. Clever, right? It restores his perfect looks, but only temporarily. It's an incredibly addictive chemical, and the more he uses it, the worse his condition gets when it wasn't being applied. To make a long story short, it ends up with him being covered in that stuff and turning into the shape-shifting monster that is Clayface. Able to become anything or anyone, he's a dangerous threat both mentally and physically, adding paranoia and packing some serious strength.
What if they instead do Hush? Instead of Hush, they do Clayface. What if Clayface is the one that does Bruce Wayne instead?
Clayface was made for the movies. I don't understand how we haven't gotten him in live action up to this point. His power set is ideal for both exciting action and thrilling suspense, and would be a real challenge for the world's greatest detective. Picture a murder mystery where the killer could be anyone at any time, and there's no way of knowing. That sounds great, right? I'm just gonna assume you agree with me. I can't hear you. Please stop talking to your screen. It would be really exciting watching Batman try and find out who's going around killing people to get more of this mysterious drug when the trail runs dry every time. His detective skills would be really put to the test here, and the best part is that it will all culminate in a big final battle with a giant mud monster at the end. What more could you want in a comic book movie? Let me just get the obvious out of the way. I am very well aware that going from a grounded villain like the Riddler to a living Mudman would be a huge jump, but you've got to make it at some point, right? I'm probably delusional for even pitching him, but you don't understand how bad I want to see this. Clayface is such a cool character and is long overdue for his time to shine. I know there's a version where he's just a guy who can change his appearance and isn't made of clay, but L plus ratio plus the Mudman is better. I do think he should start out as that version at the beginning of the movie though. Then at a certain point he applies too much of the Renew You and becomes a mud monster going into the third act. That way you get the best of both worlds, where it's still a grounded killer changing his appearance and making it difficult for Batman, but then at the end of the movie you get this exciting action sequence as Batman is outmatched by a giant mud monster, and that's just the coolest thing ever to be. It may be too early to bring someone like him into this universe, but you can't get a much fresher villain than someone who hasn't even been in live action before. He would offer something that hasn't been seen in a Batman movie and could make for some really tense and horrific scenes if handled correctly. Plus, I think there are some really interesting angles you could approach him with from a thematic standpoint. There's a really interesting and tragic story to be told about addiction as Basil struggles with his new life and accepting his appearance. He's not only addicted to the drug cream, but to the fame and spotlight that comes with being a famous actor. No matter how hard Batman tries to save him from himself, the illness that is addiction is too strong and pulls him towards doing some truly heinous things to sustain it. If you really want to go crazy with the addiction angle, have Bruce's arc be about his addiction to crime fighting, how he's become too obsessed with his work as Batman to the point where he doesn't even have a healthy life balance. He's going too hard with it and is bound to get himself killed if he doesn't take it easy, but in his mind he can't stop because every second he isn't protecting Gotham, more innocent people are getting hurt. Then by the end of the movie, after seeing Clayface's addiction destroy him, Bruce can take a step back and try and deal with his own issues as he looks to establish a healthier balance between Batman and Bruce Wayne. There's so much untapped potential in a villain like Clay.
All those villains could be good. Even Scarecrow would be a good villain. I mean, bro, I know Matt Reeves gonna cook up. I don't even need. I know he's gonna cook up. He's gonna easily cook up. Matt Reeves 100% will cook up. Oh jeez. Lucky and tired. Probably gonna end stream real quick though, ain't gonna lie, cause yeah, I ain't about to. Forgot I was on Discord with Low Blood. Alright,
The idea of making a teenage Batman was something that it took us a while to wrap our head around.
He would have to have an anger inside him because Batman has an anger inside him.
Batman goes on. Bruce Wayne may be gone. The show may.
I hear the music. Hold on, this might hype me up to make a movie on the channel. I might make this movie if this hypes me up enough. This is 44 minutes.
Be gone, but there'll always be a Batman.
So, I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Batman Beyond. What initially started out as a studio mandate, with Warner Brothers wanting a teenage Batman show for a younger audience to compete with Spider-Man, somehow turned into an all-time classic and left a huge impact on the entire Batman mythos. The vibe of this show was immaculate, from the fantastical cyberpunk aesthetic, the villain and character designs, the art style that felt different but still right at home with the animated series, and the electronic industrial metal that was the soundtrack, not to mention Terry McGinnis and everything that the character brought to the role of Batman. This result of corporate meddling through sheer act of will and talent managed to be something incredibly special. I've always wanted to try my hand at writing a Batman Beyond movie. Like, if for whatever reason DC came to me and said, you can make a movie about any character, who would it be? I would say Green Arrow. But then I would say Superman. But then I would say Batman Beyond. Listen, top 3 still isn't bad though, let's be real. It was recently revealed that Warner Brothers was pitched a theatrical animated Batman Beyond movie from some of the artists behind Into and Across the Spider-Verse. We got to see some concept art, and from the looks of it, the movie seemed really cool. The Spider-Verse style of animation would have really lent itself to Neo Gotham and the world of Batman Beyond, and on the whole, this looked like a really exciting project. And WB, said no. Now, we don't know the reason why they passed on it. It could be because they're already secretly working on a Batman Beyond movie, or because it didn't align with the current plans at DC with their new universe, or David Zaslav just has a fundamental hate for all things animation, or for any other myriad of reasons. Apparently, when they went in for the pitch, they were told there was no way WB would ever make a Batman Beyond movie. But their pitch was so good that Warner Brothers never turned into a maybe. But still, just from the information that we have, a movie like this would basically print money, and this seems like an absolutely insane decision. Whether it's animated or live action, a Batman Beyond movie has so much potential to be something incredible. There are so many things you can do with the concept alone that can resonate with the new age of audiences. And so, here's my pitch for Batman Beyond. Before we get started, this video is brought to you by Raycon. Raycon's all the big audio brands you know and love at a price you play my patrons couple up to the shadows above to see another figure lurking in the darkness with a pair of glowing white eyes and a red bat symbol. Batman leaps down and puts a stop to the mugging, and the family's able to escape. Bruce Wayne is 60 years old. In these past years, the cave has grown emptier and emptier. First Alfred, then Dick, then Barbara, Jason, Tim, Cassandra, even Damian. All of his family either died or left him. But he hasn't let that stop him from his mission. In his age, he's getting slower, weaker. Years of this life has put so much stress on his heart, and now he's feeling the consequences. His new suit tries to make up for it, protects him, lets him hit harder, controls his heart rate, camouflages him, but he can't run from the fact that his body is failing him. After the fight, Bruce feels his heart begin to palpitate. He's had to start taking his pills more and more often now. One of the muggers sneaks behind Batman and hits him over the head, knocking him to the ground. Bruce tries to fight him off, but his heart and his body won't let him. He manages to wrestle the gun away and points it at the man. The mugger stops, dead in his tracks. Terrified, he starts to plead with the bat, begging for his life. Batman looks down the barrel of the gun, his adrenaline pumping, his body in pain, his heart beating faster and faster in his ear. The pounding drowns out all other sounds. He's terrified, he's angry, he's not thinking, and he pulls the trigger. Alright, hear me out a little bit. Right from the start, I want to make it clear that this is not the show. I think if we're going to make a theatrical Batman Beyond movie, it needs to be its own thing entirely and able to be accessible to people who've never seen the original series. It's actually my issue with a lot of modern Batman Beyond media. There's some great stuff out there, namely the newer comics like Neo Year, but for the longest time, it always felt like everything was just trying to copy the original series and never let itself break free from those restrictions. The show made a lot of great decisions, but then a lot of not so great ones. And so while certain ideas are inevitably going to be similar, I want to try and go in a different direction that's still in the same spirit as the original. There's a clicking sound, and the gun doesn't fire. It's jammed. Bruce drops the gun and looks down at his hands, shaking, as the man runs away. Bruce looks at the street, the same street where he lost his parents, the same street where the Batman was born, and now where the Batman dies. We cut to the Batcave as Bruce returns home. He almost crossed the line tonight. If not for some random accident, a cruel chance of fate, Batman would have been a murderer. Bruce is just a man. He can make mistakes, but if he's fallible, then so is Batman. And it's time to end this crusade before he goes too far. After all of these years, it's time for the symbol to die. Bruce Wayne takes one final look at the Batcave, at the legacy of Batman, before turning off the lights. Never again. One thing I loved about the Batman Beyond concept that I don't think a lot of people really grasp is that this future is, for all intents and purposes, an Elseworld. Yes, it was technically the canon future of the DC animated universe, but this entire situation is the result of the worst case scenario for the character. It's how the comics handle it, which I always really liked, and how I'd want them to go about it with this new DCU. Not only does this mean that the future isn't set in stone, but it also says so much about the character of Batman. This isn't the be-all end-all for these characters, but instead it's a story that asks, what if Batman was pushed to his breaking point? What if he never grew or never changed to the point where he destroys all of his relationships with the rest of his family and lives all alone as an old man still fighting this mission? And more importantly, what if he stopped being Bruce Wayne? Not only does he give up Batman, but Bruce gives up his company and all the good work he was doing for Gotham to live alone in his mansion for the rest of his life. The entire state of the character in the city and even the world is the result of his mistake. But in spite of this, in spite of the worst case scenario and dystopian future that came, there's still hope. Even when Bruce Wayne fails, the world still balances itself. Batman can still rise again and live on. 20 years later, we cut to 17-year-old Terry McGinnis being released from a juvenile detention center. His sentence could have been 1 month with good behavior, but after all the fights he started, instead he got the full 6. We learned that when he was a kid, Terry's dad was killed in a car accident. It wasn't some grand conspiracy or murder that he could get revenge for, just that, an accident. One that left his family with a crippling amount of debt for medical bills, no less. And because of that, Terry was never able to get closure, and he started acting out more and more. I really want to establish that Terry is a kid with a heart of gold, but he has a legitimate chip on his shoulder and has made a lot of mistakes. mistakes. He throws the first punch, steals, cuts class, fights dirty. He's someone with a lot of anger inside of him, but he doesn't know who or what he's angry at. And so he lashes out at his teachers, his friends, his family, and because of that, he's been labeled a bad kid by the world around him and is always written off, which only makes him lash out even more. But he so desperately wants to be given a chance, just one chance to prove himself. For generations, Batman has been portrayed as a wealthy, clean-cut billionaire whose entire identity has been defined by one tragedy from his childhood. The persona of Batman is the product of Bruce Wayne's environment and his privilege. Nobody who has rent to pay would go around dressed like a bat to fight crime. Therapy is much cheaper and arguably more effective. And so I've always been fascinated with the class element of Terry McGinnis, how Terry and Bruce's backgrounds defined who they were under the mask. Now we have a Batman who didn't grow up rich, a Batman who knows what it's like to go to jail, to maybe be on the receiving end of that justice. It says that Batman isn't about the money. Batman isn't about having gadgets or a fast car or being a master martial artist or the world's greatest detective or being perfect. Above all else, being Batman is about having a pain in your soul and turning that pain into a burning desire to do the right thing. Terry takes the train back home, and here we see how much Gotham has changed over the years. Now it's a massive cyberpunk landscape with flying cars, huge glowing skyscrapers, and bright neon lights. But on the ground floor, there's pain and poverty and suffering that's been forgotten about.
With the glass ceiling broken, all the oppressed groups shall prosper, especially the most oppressed group of all, gamers.
And all of this innovation was spearheaded by Powers Technology, owned by billionaire Derek Powers. 20 years ago, Bruce Wayne sold Wayne Enterprises to Powers, his only competition, meaning that Powers Tech effectively became the single most powerful corporation in Gotham. The borderline monopoly led to a huge boom in technological innovation. Gotham City was expanded, combining with its sister city Bloodhaven into one massive mega skyline known as Neo Gotham. The cyberpunk aesthetic of the original series was always so much fun. Never mind that it was literally just Spider-Man 2099, but the technology and Neo Gotham's identity set itself apart from anything else that Batman or DC in general had attempted before. Ironically, this show was the reason we never got a Spider-Man 2099 show and instead got Spider-Man Unlimited, but that's a whole other video. This thing's long enough. The cyberpunk genre doesn't necessarily have a clear origin, but most people would credit Ridley Scott's Blade Runner as well as Japanese anime from the 80s and 90s like Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and Evangelion for kickstarting the cyberpunk revolution. It's characterized by the gritty visuals, the neon lights, the high tech, with themes that focus on technology, class, and politics. And those themes are a huge part of the genre. You can't have a cyberpunk story where it's cool and radical to live there. These corporate-controlled cities are supposed to be a dystopian hellscape. You can, of course, like the aesthetic and the vibe, but you're not supposed to want the world to be like that. That's either the result of bad writing or really shitty media literacy, or let's be honest, it's probably both. A lot of modern cyberpunk media tends to try and water all of this politics down, namely because big corporations don't want to spend a lot of money on media that...
So he just starts yet. Alright, let's see what this is.
I truly believe that this is the single most important character for these new movies to get right, and that's none other than... So, with James Gunn's Superman now filming, we've been getting more and more looks into the start of this new DC universe. And with glimpses of characters like Mr. Terrific, it's gotten me thinking more and more about how this universe is eventually going to handle the Justice League. Regardless of what you think about the DCEU overall, the last attempt at a Justice League movie was a whole mess. The DC universe is so wide and varied with so many amazing characters that deserve their time in the spotlight. And so with this new direction, I'm really hoping that they take their time and make the introduction of DC's premier team of heroes something special. And there's one character in particular that I think is the key to that. And so this is what I want from the DCU's Justice League. Listen, I know I've done like 3 DC videos like back to back to back. I promise it's not intentional. The set photos look great so far. Normally I'm not really one to look into leaks of any kind, and I'm not going to try and read into any of the things we've seen, but I'm loving these little glimpses we've been getting. We're finally able to get a better look at David in the costume, and he just looks incredible. Honestly, I really don't know what they were thinking making this the reveal picture when even crappy paparazzi photos are doing it better justice. James Gunn is proving he actually understands Lois Lane's character and that she should be wearing purple. But my favorite part about the set photos has actually been Mr. Terrific. I'm a big Mr. Terrific fan. He's been totally underutilized from the comic Metal Balls brand that reads are how man League in the comics is for them to do something like what Justice League Unlimited did, having basically an infinite roster of characters and each story arc cycling through different teams. That lets you have stories that are lower scale or higher scale, allow more spotlight for lesser known heroes, and show off some interesting character dynamics that otherwise wouldn't be possible. But that's something that mainly really only works in serialized formats like comics or TV. Because the movies are going to end up being these bigger projects that take multiple years, I think it's important to instead have some kind of solidified main league, sort of like how the MCU has its core Avengers. But I'd love to see other teams coexist alongside them, like the Justice League International or the Justice League Dark, arc, or maybe the New 52's Justice League of America, which Amanda Waller created specifically to fight the main league. That was a really cool comic run that I don't see enough people talk about. It's really fun. But just because it's not a team of 30,000 doesn't mean that we're strictly limited to the standard 7 members. I actually think that 9 is the better roster size. Since, let's be honest, 5 slots are basically taken instantly, and it lets us have a little bit more fun with the team lineup. Also, it lets us have a few more girls on the team. Like, I'm sorry, but it's 2024. I think we're past the point of just having 2 female Justice League members, God forbid only 1. One thing that I think is important to get right in the movies is how the Justice League forms. Now, based on the casting for the Superman movie, we might very well already have a league established in some form or another, but when we eventually get to a Justice League movie on its own right, I'd like to see that movie show a newer team being formed from scratch, but not